Good morning.
Good morning. We are
at La Cascade.
There you go.
It's a 42-metre high waterfall, so I think it's the biggest in the Var region, or the tallest, sorry, in the Var region.
On the downsides, we could not find a parker for the night here, which was a little bit disappointing. So we're actually in a car park, in a paid car park, which is fine. But it's a real shame there wasn't some facilities here for vans, you know, for motorhomes. But we're going to go and enjoy this walk and enjoy this cascade. We've been wanting to come here for quite a while, haven't we?
Yep.
And so have the dogs. Anyway, let's crack on. There is another one, because you're not allowed to swim in this one. We knew that one before we come here. But there is another one, which we need to try and find. It's smaller, but it looks like you can swim in it. So we're going to go on a hunt to try and find that one. It's not signposted anywhere, so maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. But let's have a go.
We'll have a look.
We'll try. Bloody freezing, but in this weather it's exactly what you want. Beautiful. Well, that was very cold, but very welcome in the heat that we're in at the moment. So it's almost glacial, it's that cold. Beautiful temperature, better than the sea. The sea was like 28 degrees. This is nowhere near that. But this place is absolutely stunning, all these little waterfalls everywhere down here. But it is quite difficult to get to them. You've got to go up these little pathways, there's brambles everywhere, so it's not easy for the dogs. We've had enough problems with the dogs, so we're not going to be doing anything stupid with those right now. But yeah, stunning. So we're going to head back now anyway. We've had a good couple of hours here, so it's time to head back. And I guess we'll see you back in the van. Alright, so just got back to the van and had a little bit of a shock. Went and paid for the car park and it was, how much was it?
23 euros.
23 euros for what, 6 hours?
I don't know how long we were, to be
About
fair.
6 hours? I literally feel violated. I really do. It's like being in England again. You go to a car park, come back and get absolutely robbed. So yeah, not best pleased about that.
It's our fault for not looking
yeah,
to check
no,
the price, to be fair, but,
absolutely. I mean, we could have booked a campsite for that.
And yeah, so you don't really expect it because in France they're usually quite fair with their parking prices. They're not extortionate.
Yeah.
So you get to the habit of not looking because you're thinking, oh, maybe 10 euros or something. It's like, oh, okay. But they don't charge entry and stuff for this kind of thing, so I guess that's the way to keep it maintained. So yeah.
Yeah, where
make money in tourist season. That's what they need to do.
Well,
But still, we should have checked.
yeah. Anyway, we've got another problem as well. And
Someone
that is,
forgot a table back on the campsite.
shit, I
On the
wasn't
pitch.
gonna mention that. I was gonna talk about trying to
Actually,
find a park
it wasn't
up.
on the campsite, it was on the air.
There's a
He left the table that is only, well, it's probably less than a month old, about 3 weeks old.
no, it's older than that.
No, it's not.
Anyway, yes, I completely forgot our table, which I am really gutted about. I mean, it's so good at checking to make sure we got everything, and I left an entire table.
But it's going all the way uphill for about 45 minutes, so I think
it's going to stay
it's
there,
staying
and
there.
I'll just have to save up and buy another one. Well, not save up, but you know, I'll get another one. In fact, that one was a little bit too high anyway, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was.
And it wasn't even adjustable. So Charlotte looked like she was like some school child.
I didn't eat at the table because I couldn't,
She couldn't reach, she was up here like this. But anyway, the bigger problem at the moment is trying to find somewhere to park. I've looked on all the usual sites and there's just nothing around here. I mean, even the campsites are fully booked. So I'm going to have another little scour around on the phone and I'll get back to you in a minute and see if we've got somewhere to park tonight. Otherwise, it might be a trip all the way back to go and get the table. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we can find. How much did it just take?
€2.
Because we overstayed.
Possibly. Right, now I'm really sulking. I've just got charged another €2 because we stayed 15 minutes trying to decide where we were going to go and park. So that's really good. Anyway, we're on our way to Cotignac now. We think we found a place to park, so we shall go and investigate. Fingers crossed.
So we found this a space that we just happened to find whilst driving. It's in Cotignac.
Cotignac.
There's two other campers here, so you should imagine it's okay to park here. Little bit on the piss, but not too bad. It's certainly livable.
Can't see any signs or anything, so I think we're good to go.
So let's show you around this beautiful park hub. Gorgeous, isn't it?
It's alright. Been in worse.
We have actually been in worse. This
Supermarket
is true.
car park.
Underground car parks that actually fit campers in. Actually, we have actually parked and slept in some real shells, really, haven't we? Some of them.
That's
But
part of the nature of it.
I think that works out about 10% of all the park ups that we're on. This one, I'd say not the best. I'd say it's probably about a 5 out of 10, something like that. But it's free and it's near the town.
Yeah.
This town looks beautiful, by the way. Anyway, yeah, let's have a little look around.
As you can see, we have the two kind of air cooling cubes on. The dogs just laid down in front of it before we even put them on. They know what to expect. They know they're going to feel a bit cooler once they're on, and they absolutely love it.
If you could only smell what I'm smelling right now.
Okay.
One day there will be technology where you can actually smell through the lens kind of thing, and that would be great. Anyway, in the meantime, I've been summoned. Good morning. Well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We've got up early and Charlotte's just putting her face on and getting herself ready to go. Why have we got up this early in the morning? Because today is going to be stonking hot. Yeah, 34 degrees, but the thing is we have come from like 26, so yeah. it's going to be a bit hot. We want to get the dogs into town, and we're going to go for a coffee, morning coffee in town, which is going to be great. Might have a croissant, something like that. Try and find somewhere nice to have a coffee this morning, and then hopefully get around this town and see what we want to see, and then we're going to head back to the van before the hottest part of the day, because yeah. Charlotte, are you ready? And she's ready. Only took half an hour.
No, it took about 5 minutes. It's the things in between that took me the time. The van's in the shade at the moment, won't last long.
It wasn't last night though when we got here, was it?
No.
It was in full sun and it was roasting.
Yeah, but it's okay this morning. If we can try and get what we want done this morning, then we can get up before the sun hits.
So let's do it.
Out you go, 1, out you go, 2.
Alright, so I think the temperature on this pharmacy is a bit wrong. 34 degrees at 8:45 in the morning? I don't think so. Well, it's still rather lovely. Even get a little pot of ice.
Little pail of ice, yeah.
Little pail of ice. Okay. Well, I guess this is the way to do breakfast, and I gotta say, I'm pretty loving it. Croissant, bread, jam, barking dogs.
Oh, you're kidding me. Why are dogs on the loose?
So yeah, croissant, piece of bread, butter, jam, Nutella, orange juice, coffee, water, and ice, and all that for just €9. €9.
Pretty happy with that.
Pretty good, pretty good. Anyway, should we dig in?
I do like nature, and I love, where we're in the gorges and whatnot. But I kind of like 2 days, and then I want to come back to something a little bit more urban. I mean, this is very low-key urban. But out of the villages we've actually been to see, like Saint-Cyr-la-Popie and Ortoir, they're not really working villages. They're literally kind of like for tourism, and people do live there, but there's very, very few residents. There's so much more life here, and people are just chilling out, having breakfast, which is probably my favourite thing to do, more than lunch or dinner, to be fair. I like to come out and have breakfast. I think it's a really nice thing to do. It's more relaxed, it's cooler, less frantic, less people around. I like to people watch. That's why I know I couldn't live in an isolated place, because it's one of my favourite things to do. And certainly during recent times we were deprived of that, because that's one of the pleasures in life, I think, is just to be in a situation where you can just sit and have a drink and just see people go by. Anyway, got our orange juice still to have, but finished the rest of it. So yeah, we should go and explore. Come along with us.
So I thought it was quite interesting. They've actually got some old disused olive presses to extract the oil, and they're massive. But around this area is a huge olive and obviously wine region. There are wineries and vineyards all over this area, and I just thought it was quite interesting. I think it's really great that they put these relics, if you want to call them relics, here, so we can all have a look at them. I don't know how old these are, but they look, they look pretty old. it's now time for us to head back to the van. It's
getting a bit warm now.
Yeah, definitely getting to the hotter part of the day. Get the dogs back, and then we're going to collapse to the van. So I guess we'll see you back there.
See you in a bit.
It's a little bit later on in the day. We have feral dogs outside. We've changed location into a forest, and we are somewhat there. Look at this dog, look. Was very interesting, our two dogs actually sit outside the...
Yeah, he was keeping watch outside the window. He laid down for about 20 minutes. He was really keen to look. But I'm glad we went to look at the notice, because we didn't actually know what they were. I was going to give him some water and whatever, but apparently what they are, they're Berger dogs, and they are traditionally used by shepherds and that to keep wolves and other things away from their livestock, but in this instance they just roam the forest. They look very happy.
Yeah,
we saw another one earlier. They were together, and then now they're separated again, but that's really interesting. I didn't know they kind of did that.
So yeah, we're just gonna head from here, because we have seen the park rangers driving by, and it is kind of
We know you're there.
We know you're there, yes. Okay, yeah, so park rangers coming by, and we have a feeling that we're going to get moved on a little bit later on if we don't move now. So we're going to head down to the coast again.
Where it's about 4 degrees cooler.
How many degrees?
About 4.
About 4 degrees cooler. Tomorrow it's going to be 36 degrees where we are.
So yeah.
But on the coast we've looked, and it's actually going to be 30.
29 or 30.
29 or 30, which is actually 6 or 7 degrees difference.
I'll cope with that.
Which makes a big difference. It really does. So we're going to head down there. Going the opposite way now. We came out from the coast because it was hotter there than it was in the Verdon region, and there it's cooler on the coast and hotter in the Verdon region. So we're going to head down there. So yeah, we'll see you there. Okay, well, we made it, and we're now back on the coast of the Mediterranean, and you can already feel the difference.
Yeah.
Which is
very pleasant.
Ever so nice, ever so nice.
And I'll hark back to what I was saying earlier about those dogs. I Googled it, and there are about 300 wolves down here in this kind of like in the south.
Never knew that.
No. So yeah, I might take a bit more care walking the dogs.
So anyway, we're going to chill out here, but we will be leaving you now, and yeah, we will see you again next week. Thanks for watching, and yeah,
see you again soon.
See you then. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.